Even by the standards of Hollywood, this Aston Martin-DB5 is incredibly special. As driven by James Bond in the 1960s, today it's the star of one of the most talked about motoring events of the year as it goes up for sale at a glamorous London auction.
The bid here.
Knowing there'd be an enormous fuss at the auction itself, I've come down early for a once-in-a-lifetime test drive. The reasons to be excited are endless. For starters, it is the most famous car in the world because it starred with Sean Connery in two of the best Bond films ever, Goldfinger and Thunderball. It's also incredibly rare, just two were made for filming. The original gadget-laden one was stolen in 1997 and believed to be destroyed, so this is the sole survivor. As there's only one, and because it's expected to reach over £3 million when it goes on sale, the car is uninsurable. So my drive is restricted to the private grounds of the auction house. But I don't mind because I'm sitting on leather that was once sculpted by Sean Connery's buttocks. This car hasn't been seen much in the last few decades. In 1969, it was bought by American collector Jerry Lee, and although he showed it off for a little while, it was then withdrawn from public view. Until now. And we've been really missing out. Not only is it one of a kind, it also drives wonderfully. The steering wheel may be wooden, but it's got more feel to it than many modern power-assisted systems. And the car's heavy weight does make it heave a bit round the bends, even at these low speeds. So Bond would have had his work cut out when in hot pursuit, but he would have been able to feel everything, which a keen driver like himself would have appreciated. Behind the headlines and the 007 heritage, this DB5 drives exactly as Aston Martin intended. Under the bonnet is a 4-litre, 282-horsepower engine that thrusts it to 60 miles an hour in less than 8 seconds with a top speed of 145 miles an hour. It's not just the performance that makes this car so exciting, it's the gadgets, most of which are controlled underneath the armrest. They were designed by a man called John Steers, who went on to work on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Star Wars. Thrillingly, most of them still work. So if you needed a change of identity, just turn this. If the bullets start flying, erect this. And if there's something in your way, you can always blast it aside with a machine gun. And what about that famous ejector seat? Now, although this is fitted with a roof that fires off, the actual ejector seat was only rigged to a dummy vehicle. There is this, though, the most famous button in the world. Unlike James Bond, we don't have access to someone like Q to bring these gadgets back to life, but I'm sure our special effects give you the right idea. All too soon, the DB5 was taken to the auction, and to avoid the risk of accidentally buying it by scratching my nose, I left the millionaires to it. Eventually, it sold for a bargain, £2.6 million, £500,000 below the estimate, to classic car collector Harry Yeagy. I hope he drives it as it should be driven, blasting through the Alps with the machine guns out and the bullet shield up.